Straight from the middle of the desert. Getting tired, it's been an early start today. But yeah, you probably can't see very much, but this is literally, it's like a little settlement, but we've been going from 400 meters above sea level to 1,200, I think he said. So yeah, there's lots of minibus action today. This is like the little restaurant-y place that I just used the restroom. I'm not sure if you can see, let me see if I can show you. Behind me here. Yeah. They look higher than they actually do on the video, but they're very tall mountains. So yeah, we've got about another 4 hours, he says, but we're going to stop for lunch at 3 p.m. See how we get on. So we spent a lot of time travelling on the minibus today. We were travelling from Fez to a place called Merzouga in the Sahara Desert, and it was pretty much in the afternoon, very barren, sort of blank desert. This part here you're about to see, we were kind of heading into the mountains, and we stopped at a sort of drop-off point, if you like, for minibuses where there were lots of macac monkeys. I'm not somebody who likes to feed animals. I really like animals, but I didn't want to feed them. Some of my tour group did, but as you can see, they were really cheeky, and the people there had some dates and nuts and things you could buy, but I chose not to. But they were actually really hilarious. I suppose it's a bit of a tourist attraction. It's a tricky one, isn't it? But at the moment, in this moment in time, there were lots of trees and forests and things like that. So we weren't quite into the desert just yet. As you can see, the land changed throughout the day. So we had seen woodland, we'd seen mountains. As you can see here, it's quite flat land, and this is kind of what we saw all day. We spent a lot of time sleeping on the minibus this day, ready for our sunset desert camel ride that you're going to see in a few minutes' time. As you can see, the roads really smooth, all tarmacked, right in the middle of nowhere. And we would stop at service stations along the way and get a Magnum and get an ice cream. I had a chat with a guy in a service station who was working there about where I was from in the UK, and he was talking about football players that play for the team that is where I live, and he was literally in the middle of the desert. I couldn't believe it. But my guide said that the Moroccans really do know their football players. As we carried on our intrepid trip across to get to the desert, as you can see, this is a dam here in the middle of the desert that they've built in order to get the water. And this here is an oasis, so we kept coming across these where you'd not seen anything for miles and miles, and then all of a sudden there was loads of palm trees. So we are now in the middle of the desert and we've just been to the scarf shop. I bought myself a scarf. Watch this space, it matches my outfit, but I'm not yet wearing. But I want to show you, this is a scary sign here, to call you in from the road. The road signs, can you see? And the tarmac road. And that's pretty much it. It is about 38 degrees Celsius. So yeah. he's sped up again. Oh. Oh no. I named my camel Colin. He was completely and utterly unpredictable. So we stopped a couple of times to watch the sunset over the Sahara Desert, which was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, before we carried on into the desert to stay there overnight. we stayed here overnight in a Bedouin tent camp, as you can see, and it was amazing. And then we had to go back to sort of the landing hotel the next morning. So we got on another camel. I named my camel Clive, and it was a completely different camel, and he was much more predictable. As you can see, we watched the sunrise over the desert, and it was absolutely fantastic.